everyone, this is Kat and welcome back to the bookish side of me. Alright, so welcome to another video. So I've been noticing lately that I haven't done any book tags or challenges in the past few weeks or so. So I thought I'd love to do another one. And what's the more perfect tag to do at this point than the end of the year book tag that was originally created by Ariel Preset. I think I'm going to link her channel on the description box, but I've seen this from a lot of booktubers this year and for the past few years, and I just want to do this on my channel. And this is going to be a little bit short. We have here a total of 6 questions, just checking in about your reading goals for the year. And yeah, I don't want to explain it. I don't know how to explain that. But let's go to the first question. Okay, so the first one that we have in here is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And absolutely yes, I have here 2 books, and these are the ones that I've started back in August and also in October, but I didn't end up reading them or finishing them, not because I didn't like them, but it's because more like I'm on a reading slump or I'm not yet in the mood to read this kind of books. So I set them aside and I don't want to DNF them. So I thought to myself, I have to finish this ones this year. There is no other way. There's no other option. So the first one that I have in here is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This is what I'm currently reading, and I just want to finish this book today. I'm gonna finish this later after I film this video, but right now I'm currently in here. This one is a mystery thriller that follows this woman who is a travel journalist, which is an awesome job. And she went into this cruise named Aurora Borealis, I think. And then, of course, something happened in that cruise ship. Yeah, that's the whole premise of the book. It's very interesting. Anyway, the second book that I have in here is A Darker Shade of Magic by V. Schwab. I started this one back in October, but again, I wasn't in the mood to finish this. So I set it aside and I'm on page 90. I'm right here. By the way, this is a fantasy, and the whole premise of this book is that there are parallel universes or worlds of London. There's gray, red, black, and white London, I think. And it follows this magician who can travel from one London to another named Cal. So I'm planning to finish this until December, hopefully, because I don't want to think about this in 2021. So please read this book. The second question is, do you have any autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Alright, the thing about the Philippines is that, if you don't know yet, we don't have autumn. We only have 2 seasons, the wet and the dry, which is the summer and the rainy season. But I thought of figuring out which books are perfect at this point, and I have here 3 books that is on my November TBR, but I kind of know that I won't be able to read all of them because it's already November 28th. So that's not possible. But then I'm still gonna go for this and show you this TBR. The first one is this book, The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. This one is a horror fantasy about the group of indigenous men or the Native Americans who was hunted because they hunted an animal, a deer, I think. I'm going to read this, if not by the end of November, probably on the first week of December. Also, I have here another spooky book, and that is Ghost Squad by Claribel A. Ortega. This one is a middle grade horror fantasy, and I'm also reading this for my book club, which is in Cosmic Dreams. The live show for this one is going to be on December 5th. But anyway, as I was saying, this one is a middle grade horror fantasy that follows this Dominican named Lucy Luna. She's 12 years old, and she's going to find this magical object to save the spirits of her dead family. And I feel like this is going to be a very, very fun ride. I'm so excited to read this one. Hopefully I could read this before this month ends, because this is a kind of short book. So yeah. And then last that I have in here is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I've been meaning to read this book since September, but I still haven't got around to this. But this one, I don't know what this is about. The title, the cover, and the illustrations inside this book is spooky. it's scary. But then my friends told me that this is actually a heartwarming book. And I don't know what to think about that. So that's it for this question. Anyway, so third question that I have in here is there a new release you're still waiting for? And as I was trying to think of an answer to this question, I feel like all the anticipated releases that I was waiting for the last quarter of 2020 have already been out, but I don't have my copies yet. Number one book on that list is The Burning God by R.F. Kuang, but it's already out, so I'm just so excited to receive my copy. And then second is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. But again, it's already out. I'm just waiting for my copy. I'm so excited for that book. Oh, of course, the fourth book of An Ember in the Ashes series by Sabaa Tahir. I think it's called A Storm in the Sky. I'm going to put the cover in here. I'm so freaking excited for this one, even though I haven't read the second and the third book yet, and I haven't ordered yet. But I'm going to. I promise. I'm still thinking which edition will I get. But let's not talk about that. So let's move on to the fourth question, which is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? And this is like your top priority TBR. So aside from the books that I've showed you that I have yet to read, I have here 5 more books to add on my December TBR. And I don't freaking know if I can do all of them, but we're going to try. The first one that I have in here is Kingdom of Back by Marilu. This is a book club pick for the TRIHOES for December, so I know that I have to read this book. And also I'm so excited because this is Marilu. Let's not talk about her anymore. I love her with all my heart. The next one is We Dream of Space by Erin Entrada Kelly. This one is a middle grade book. That is the book club pick for my other book club, which is In Cosmic Dreams. So this is going to be for December, and I'm just so freaking excited to read this book. I've heard that this is a historical fiction, but for middle grade, and that's just so fantastic. I'm so excited for this. So the third one that I have in here, this one I'm planning to read this next week as well, because I've joined a buddy reading for this, and that is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. A lot of my friends hyped this up to me, and I don't know anything about this. All I know is that this will make me cry, or this will warm my heart, or this will get me attached to characters, and this is a fun read, according to my friends and according to the people that I trust with their reading taste. The next book that I have on my priority TBR, I have to read this book before this year ends, and this is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. As you all know, I've been dying to read this book since last year, and finally I have my physical copy, and I will not let this year end without me reading this book. This is about male-to-male romance, about a son of the president falling in love with a royal prince, and that's all we need to know. That's all. And then last on my priority TBR, it sounds so funny that this is the last on my list, but actually this is the book that I'm 100% sure that I will get through before this year ends. No one and nothing can ever hinder me from reading this book. I will not let December end without reading this book. That's the emphasis. This is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This is the sequel of my favorite series at this point, which is The Poppy War, and I just wanna read this book. I know that this will hurt me, but I still wanna read it, and I'm just so excited to get hurt by R.F. Kuang. As you have seen, the Illumicrate box, which actually consists of the Poppy War series in Archives edition, have been going around recently on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm just dying of jealousness, of envy. I want that edition, but they don't have it anymore. They're not producing it anymore. I'm gonna show here the picture of the ones that I'm talking about in case you haven't seen it yet. You're under the cave, I don't know. But these books, these editions, it's breathtaking. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I can't breathe. I'm just thinking, I'm just imagining at this point, but I can't breathe. But anyway, I would like to just be contented at this moment. I want to be satisfied. For now, we're going to settle with this beautiful hardback, regular hardcover. But I'm still so happy that I got this because it's also kind of rare to find these days. But again, this is the second book of the Poppy War, which I'm very, very excited to read. And let's just stop talking about this series. Alright, next question. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I feel like everything that I've showed you, they all have potentials to be a favorite book because those are the ones that I've been wanting to read for quite some time, and like most anticipated books for the year, or like favorite authors, or just like Dragon Republic. We will see. The year's not yet ending, it's not yet done. Let's see what they can do to my fragile heart. Last question is, have you already started working on making Hindi ko mabasa yung sulat ko. Have you already started making reading plans for 2021? Absolutely fucking yes. I can't wait for this year to end, and I cannot wait to actually start 2021. I need a refresher. I need to refocus on my goals. I need my resolutions. And I've been thinking a lot of my reading plans and video plans for booktube for 2021, and I'm just so freaking excited. I'm already planning like the books that I'm going to read for 2021, some video ideas or mini series on my channel that I'd like to launch next year, a lot of things. Oh my goodness, I've been babbling. I have to stop now. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. That's it for this book tag. I hope that you've enjoyed this one, and it's very short, very simple, straightforward, nothing else. But thank you so much for watching. And before I end this one, I would like to tag my booktube friends. I'm going to put their links on the description box. Check out if you've been tagged. But if you haven't and you feel like doing this one, go ahead and do it. Everybody has been doing it, just do it. But I'm going to tag some people on the description box so that they would be forced to make this video. And I'm going to wait for that. I am forcing you. No, just kidding. That's it for this video. I hope that you are safe, you are healthy wherever you are, and just remember that the world is yours for the reading. Bye, and see you on the next one. Do not forget our book club picks, December 5 live show. See ya!